Alright, so I've got a bit of a Heath Robinson setup with my webcam stuck with blue tack to the wall so I can show you this. But here's how you play Gamergate. I've got the Social Justice Warriors here and Gamergate here. Social Justice Warriors always go first. So, we draw a hand of 5 cards. But they don't have any ethics breaches, so those get discarded into the discard pile and we draw again. So they have an ethics breach, the Chloe post. Not actually anything to do with Gamergate, but people insist. Now, Gamergate also starts with a hand of cards. Just in case they've got anything that can interfere. Doesn't seem like they do. So, coming back over to the Social Justice Warriors, because they have an ethics breach, they have to play it. And they don't have any actions, which you can play as many of as you like. So, for their turn, they play the Chloe post out into play. And that's all they can really do at the moment. So, do we want to discard any cards? No. So, coming over to Gamergate. Now, we want to try and beat these scores. Corruption, and so forth. Corruption, outrage, and bullshit. So, ideally we want to try and start by beating one of those, or as many as possible. Now, probably the most powerful card we have to play here is the actual Justice Warriors card. They're an ethical group and their flavor text is, "What the actual fuck are you doing?" Now that would beat corruption and it would tie with bullshit. So that's going to be our best play. We don't have any other cards we can use, so we play that out. Both people have now taken a turn, so you now go to the scoring phase. So we compare the values. So we've got, as Gamergate, we've got 4 corruption, which beats 3. So we beat 1, we need to beat all 3 to claim the card. Chloe Post has outrage 5, we only have outrage 1. So that's a small win for the Social Justice Warriors. We rotate it. When it comes all the way around, that's when someone scores it. And on the last one, bullshit 4, it's a tie, so nothing happens. Okay. On to the next turn. Draw back up. Now, as the Social Justice Warriors, we want to try and get all our scores higher to rotate it round and win. So, what can we do? Ideally, we want to bring our corruption up over 4. So, our only real option for doing that is to install a corrupt moderator. Can't have a discussion if I won't allow you to have a discussion. Therefore, I win. That adds 2 to all our values, which is okay. So they've gone. Now, Gamergate redraws. What have we got? Right. Thinking long term, if we install the harassment patrol, now they can't play any new defenders on this ethics breach, so that gives us a really good chance of getting that later on. Hopefully that'll be enough. That's all we can really do, so we go to the score phase. We've got 3, 4, 5, so that rotates it once. We've got 5, 6, 7, we can't beat that. Oh, we've blundered. I've got 4, 5, 6, we've only got 4. So, Social Justice Warriors win that card. The cards that were on there get discarded. And we move on to the next turn. Don't have any ethics breaches. Discarded. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Same again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what can we do? We have to play one of these ethics breaches. They're both essentially identical. So let's play Kominternaku. It's ethics breach, it's a website, it's propaganda, and it's delicious clickbait. So, back over to Gamergate. Now we need to try and beat some or all of those scores. We still don't really have a lot we can do here, so let's play Pac-Man, who's a neutral male journalist who gobbles red pills and eats monsters. Okay, scoring 3 versus 5, so we win, but we can't reverse it any more than it already is. 5 versus 2, 4 versus 2. So Gamergate's not doing so well, but we've managed to slow things down. Social Justice Warriors, draw up. Now, what shall we do? Let's boost ourselves up. No, actually, let's play another ethics breach. Now, we've got 2 out in play. That's good for us because the more we can get out, the more they have to divide their efforts. And if they don't beat any of these scores, we're just going to win by default. So, that's good for us. So, scoring. Mighty number 2... No, sorry, Gamergate. Redraw up. Now, let's see. We can try and push on there, which seems like a good idea, or we can try and oppose that. We can leave that for 1 turn, it won't win in 1 turn, so... Greeny Poos. Narcissistic enough to go in his own game. That raises our scores up nicely. So now the scoring turn, unopposed, mighty number 2 goes 1, 2, 3. So it only needs to go 1 more to win. Kominternaku, 5 corruption is beaten. 5 outrage, we've got 6, so that's beaten. And 4 bullshit, 6, beaten. We score 1. Attached cards get discarded. And it's the Social Justice Warriors. Ah, another ethics breach. Well, let's rush that out there. And Gamergate. Right, we desperately need to do something to try and stop that, but to stop that we'd have to beat it on 2 scores. Which we can't do. So we're going to lose if we're playing to 3 cards. But let's play Absolute Cookie. Not the kind that comes with gravy. You, who's a male, British and sarcastic attacker. So, scoring phase. Well, mighty number 2 completes and wins. Polywrong, which is an ethics breach, a website, and Prudes, who think boobs are evil. They have 3 corruption. We beat that with 5, so no change. But then it has 5 outrage and 4 bullshit, so it rotates twice towards scoring. But because the Social Justice Warriors have 2, and Gamergate only has 1, and we were playing to 3, that's complete, and the Social Justice Warriors have 1. But you can play to 3, 5, 7 or 9. Anyway, that's kind of how you play. There's more complicated modifiers like Vivian James, where X, which is all her values, is the number of attackers that are already on. So if we played her there, she would have 1, 1, 1. But if you have lots of attackers and you've been fighting for ages, really good card to play. Or Operation Cool Name, which can apply 5 anywhere each turn, so you can move it about to best advantage. On the Social Justice Warrior side, Bot Army does pretty much the same thing as Vivian for their defenders. Schrodinger's Writer lets you stop someone being discarded, so if the Gamergate plays a card that would get rid of one of your defenders, Schrodinger's Writer can be played. It's an action, so you can play it whenever. It's Weaseling, prevents the defender being removed from play. Corruption, I'm just a blogger. Kudos, yes, I'm a journalist. Yeah, that's how you play. Hope that makes sense to you all, and have fun.